Questions 1 through 3. Listen to the lecture and answer the questions.
Today, let's talk about ancient Rome. Rome began as a small city near the Tiber River in what is now Italy. Over time, it became a huge empire that covered much of Europe, parts of Africa, and the Middle East. The Romans were famous for their strong army, smart engineering, and organized legal system.
Professor, was their army the main reason the Romans became so powerful?
The Roman army was definitely a big reason for their success. It was very well organized and disciplined, and the soldiers were well trained. They also had strong weapons. This helped Rome conquer many lands and protect its empire for hundreds of years.
But was the army the only reason they could control such a large empire?
No, not at all. The Romans were also smart in how they governed people. After they took control of a new place, they often let the local people keep their customs and leaders as long as they paid taxes and sent soldiers to help the Roman army. This made the people less likely to fight back. Another reason for Rome's success was their engineering. The Romans built amazing structures, and some of them still exist today. One example is the aqueducts. These were special channels that brought clean water from far away into cities. The water was used for drinking, cooking, and bathing. This helped the people in Roman cities stay healthy and strong.
That sounds really advanced for that time.
It was. And we also can't forget about Roman law. The Romans created a legal system that still influences modern laws today. For example, the idea that a person is innocent until proven guilty comes from Roman law. Their rules covered many things, such as property, crime, and punishment, and helped keep order across the empire.
So why did the empire fall in the end?
Over time, Rome had many problems. There was corruption, money troubles, and attacks from outside groups. These problems made the empire weaker. In 476 CE, the Western Roman Empire fell, but the eastern part, called the Byzantine Empire, continued for almost another 1,000 years.
Wow, so even after the fall, part of Rome continued?
Exactly. And the ideas and inventions of ancient Rome still have a big influence today.
Questions 4 through 6. Listen to the lecture and answer the questions.
Hi everyone. Today, I want to introduce you to one of the most fascinating ancient cultures in history, the Maya civilization. The Maya lived in Mesoamerica, which includes parts of present-day Mexico and Central America. Their civilization lasted from around 2000 BCE to 1500 CE, but the period between 250 and 900 CE, known as the Classic Period, was when they reached the peak of their achievements. One of the Maya's most impressive achievements is astronomy. The Maya were skilled at studying the sky. They watched the sun, moon, and planets very carefully. Using what they learned, they created calendars that were both complex and very accurate. One of their most famous calendars is the Long Count calendar. It could measure long periods of time, even thousands of years. This calendar was also closely connected to their religion. The Maya believed that time moved in cycles, and their calendars helped them understand and predict these repeating events in the universe. Maya architecture was another area where they were very advanced. Maya cities had many impressive buildings, such as pyramids, temples, palaces, and ceremonial platforms. These buildings were often decorated with detailed carvings and sculptures. The pyramids were especially important. They often had temples built on top and were used for religious ceremonies. The Maya believed these tall structures helped them feel closer to the gods. In some cases, the pyramids were also used as tombs for important rulers, just like the pyramids in ancient Egypt. Even with all their achievements, The Maya civilization began to decline around the 9th century. Historians are still not sure why this happened, but possible reasons include too many people, wars, and problems with the environment. Later, in the 16th century, the Spanish came and took control of much of the region. This marked the final fall of the Maya civilization. However, the Maya culture did not completely disappear. Even today, many Maya communities still exist. They continue to speak their own languages and follow their traditional customs and beliefs. The Mayan knowledge of astronomy, architectural skills, and complex belief systems continue to impress historians and scientists today. It's amazing to think about what they achieved, considering they did it all without modern tools or machines.
Questions 7 through 10. Listen to the lecture and answer the questions.
Today, we are going to explore one of the most famous civilizations in human history, ancient Egypt. This civilization lasted for over 3,000 years, from about 3,100 BCE until 332 BCE. Ancient Egypt is known for many important achievements that had a lasting impact on the world, especially in engineering, written communication, and agriculture. Let's begin with one of the most famous symbols of ancient Egypt, the pyramids. These pyramids show how skilled the Egyptians were at engineering. They used huge limestone blocks that weighed up to 80 tons. They were moved over long distances, all without modern machines. The Great Pyramid of Giza took about 20 years to build and required many workers. This shows how well organized Egyptian society was and how that helped them complete such huge projects. Historians and archaeologists are still trying to figure out how they managed to do it. Another major achievement of ancient Egyptians was their writing system called hieroglyphs. This writing used pictures and symbols to represent words and sounds. The Egyptians used hieroglyphs to record important events, laws, and religious texts. They wrote on walls, monuments, and papyrus scrolls, helping to keep their history and culture alive. Thanks to these writings, we know a lot about how the Egyptians lived, what they believed, and how they organized their society. One of the most important achievements of ancient Egypt was their advanced farming techniques, especially irrigation. The Nile River, the longest river in the world, gave them fresh water in the middle of the desert. The Egyptians learned how to control the river's flooding by building canals and irrigation systems. This allowed them to grow crops like wheat and barley and produce more food than they needed. Their smart use of the Nile through irrigation helped Egypt stay strong, stable, and successful for many centuries. To sum up, ancient Egypt was a remarkable civilization. Its engineering, writing system, and farming methods helped it grow strong and last for thousands of years. Even today, we still learn about and respect the things the Egyptians created.